Who's Who in Black Detroit 2010. I'm here with Miss Norita Bledsoe of God's Anointed Ministries. How are you?
I am fantabulous.
Yes, yes. This is an awesome event. I mean, how do you feel right now?
I feel great. I feel wonderful. I mean, it's like a vibe up in here with all these great African-American people.
Yes.
It's on. It's beautiful.
Now, this is the Who's Who in Black Detroit 2010, and I know that you're making some fantastic things happen in our community with your organization, God's Anointed Ministry. Can you tell them a little bit more about that?
Okay, God's Anointed Ministry collaborates with other churches, organizations, businesses, as well as any schools or anything like that to bring transformation and change into the neighborhoods. So together we will win it. We can do it together.
Absolutely. I mean, it's all about unity, and I mean, I think that's one of the really special things about this event here is the fact that, you know, everyone is coming together, sharing their resources.
Yes, yes. That's what's great about it, because as we collaborate together and we unify, we're taking back the city of Detroit by force.
That's right, that's right. Now, I heard through the grapevine that you have an event coming up in July. Can you tell them a little bit more about that?
And July 17th, we're going to have an outreach community event. It's going to be at the Narden Park. That's Grand River in Chicago. There's about 7 churches so far that's collaborated with us, and it's going to be off the chain. We're expecting for it to be so many people that it's going to fill the park. So come on out.
And that's the power, the power of God, the power of love, the power of community. So if they want to contact you and get more information about that movement, how can they do that?
You can reach me at God's Anointed 55 at yahoo.com, or you can call me at 313-350-4890.
Miss Norita Bledsoe, God's Anointed Ministry, doing big things in the community, bringing people together, bringing churches together, and I commend you for that.
God bless you. It's by God's divine purpose and order.
Yes.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome. Hey, TV313.com. We're here at the MGM Grand Casino Ballroom for the 2010 Who's Who in Black Detroit. It's a little bit of everybody here. We just talked with Bishop Edgar Van. We have Dave Bing is being honored, as well as City Council President Charles Pugh, and a number of individuals. And you're watching it all here, Detroit, TV313.com. Matter of fact, let's walk around and see what we can find. Who's Who in Black Detroit 2010. I'm your man, Premier Poncho, y'all. TV313.com. And I actually caught up with Brother James Tate, City Council Representative. How you doing, sir?
I'm great, man. Glad to be here.
Hey, man, congratulations, man, on your run. I know we talked with you back in the summertime, and I just want to congratulate you.
Thank you, brother. It was a hard-fought race. It was 168 candidates, and we came out 7th place. So I think we did pretty good for ourselves. Now it's time to get down to real work.
And get it going, man.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, so I appreciate you taking a little bit of time to talk with us today. Now, tell me, I mean, we're experiencing 1,001 different challenges. So, I mean, from your perspective, as far as priorities are concerned, what are some of the things that the city council is looking to kind of tackle first?
Well, you know, of course we have to look at that budget. That budget is just crazy right now. We're looking at a over $400 million deficit, and that's something that you just can't sneeze at. But I also think that we have to look at what are the issues that are affecting our children, our young people, our youth. And in my office specifically, I have what's called the Better Detroit Initiative, where we're addressing 3 major priorities of mine. And that's illiteracy, teen pregnancy, and mentoring. And I believe we start working on those issues, we'll start to see our young people's lives change, because we have to be about improving the quality of life for the young people in this city, because they're not just the leaders of the future, they're the leaders right now.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. And I mean, as far as technology, I mean, things are advancing so fast. I mean, the kids these days are growing up twice as fast as, you know, from our generation. So we have to really give them a lot of attention.
Yeah, we got to give them attention, but we got to let them understand that the challenges that they're facing right now are different than the ones that many of us and our ancestors faced. But they need to understand that our ancestors faced things that they will never have to deal with because of the struggles and the things that they went through. I talk to young people all the time, and I say, could you imagine what it would be like to be owned by another man? While you complaining about some of the things that you're complaining about, which are, you know, valid issues, but you can't even imagine what it's like to have to drink from a rusty water fountain, where the water fountain next to you has the cool water. So we all have challenges. We all have things that we have to go through. The thing that we should always be trying to do is trying to overcome our issues, our challenges, and then help somebody else do the same.
Absolutely. Hey, give us a snapshot, man, of Detroit 5 years from now.
5 years from now, you know, I'm looking for a Detroit that looks, you know, better than it does today. I mean, one where we have cooperation, not just with the city of Detroit, because I think it's important that we have cooperation from those outside as well. Because as the city of Detroit goes, the rest of the state goes as well. We are the driver. We have a city where people are cooperative, but understand that in order for us to turn this city around, it's going to take all of us, all hands on deck.
Yeah, definitely.
Yes, sir.
Hey, and that's words from City Council Representative Mr. James Tate. Hey, appreciate you again taking a little time to talk with us, brother.
Absolutely. Thank you for having me.
You're welcome, man. Right. Hey, y'all, Brother James Tate, upstanding individual that has Detroit at the heart and is doing more than just talking, but he's actually making something happen, and that's what more of us need to do. TV313.com. TV313.com. We're here at the beautiful MGM Grand Casino for the 2010 Who's Who in Black Detroit, and I actually caught up with City Council President, Mr. Charles Pugh. How you doing, sir?
I'm good, brother. How are you?
I'm doing absolutely fantastic. First of all, congratulations, man, on your new position, man. I mean, how's it feel?
It's an honor, brother. You know, being born and raised in this city and loving the city as much as I do, and to be fully received by Detroiters is it's very humbling.
So, I mean, we're experiencing a lot of challenges, sir. I mean, just real quick, what are some of the priorities right now of City Council?
Well, of course, the priorities is reducing crime. We've got to improve our education system here in Detroit.
Absolutely.
We've got to knock down some of these abandoned homes. We need jobs. I mean, we have the highest unemployment rate in America, and we have a high foreclosure rate. So, you know, these banks are going to have to work with us, not only to help people stay in their homes, but for those people who have lost their homes. You know, we cannot have these abandoned shells that people are stripping and to create health hazards and also bring down other people's property values. And, you know, demolishing homes is certainly something that's important to us. But cooperation and improving the relationship between leadership and citizens, that's important as well.
Now, congratulations real quick also on your induction in the 2002 Who's Who in Black Detroit. How's that feel?
Well, you know, it's humbling because I look at some of the other people on the cover and inside the pages of that magazine, and to think that somebody would compare me to those folks is it makes me, a little boy from the west side of Detroit, it makes me feel proud, and it makes me feel like I've actually done something to be compared with those kind of people.
Well, I see we're getting started, man. I know you have a part in the presentation, so I appreciate you taking the time.
Yes, sir. All right. Thank you for the opportunity.
Absolutely. Hey, y'all, Mr. Charles Pugh, City Council President, definitely representing Detroit for 2010 Who's Who. All right. So we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna grab a seat so we can go ahead and take a look at the presentation. I'm your man, Premier Poncho, always representing for TV 313 in Detroit, y'all.